Hi guys, it's Carolyn with Crafting with Wine, and I wanted to share my February scrapbook layout, and this will be a 2-page layout. Thank you for spending a little more time with me today. I certainly appreciate it, and I have started this series for those who are scrapbookers. And sometimes you lose your mojo or motivation or inspiration on what to scrapbook, even though you have tons upon tons of multiple pictures to scrapbook, because I'm sure you're just like me, because I do too. And I'm doing this layout that is has just a monthly title for the month, and some of them will be 1 page, some of them will be 2-page, and some of them will be 2-page layouts that share 2 months. And the purpose of that is all because of your mojo, your crafting mojo, and you don't know exactly what you want to do or how you want to go about making that layout. And this means you don't have to have a picture in mind. You just got to take a picture or have a picture that will fit your photo mats at the time. And with that, it takes the stress off of your creativity and maybe even your motivation. So this monthly series of scrapbooks is all about no stress, no worries, and just doing it so you can reclaim your motivation, your mojo, and give yourself your own inspiration. So with this series, I'm hoping I can inspire you to do that. And this will be 1 video a month, sharing those layouts that I have created to help inspire, and I hope that's what I do. So if you think this is a crazy idea, leave that in the comments below. If you think it's a wonderful idea, leave that in the comments below. And if you think I'm absolutely crazy, leave that in the comments below too. So I would appreciate it. And please don't forget to subscribe and like my videos, if you would please. And if you want to see more of the layouts that I create, hit that little bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. And I'll do a lot more scrapbook layouts other than just this monthly series, but this monthly series is for what I just already explained as to why I've done it and what it's about. So let's get started. I've got this deeper pink 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Then I have this gray speckled color of cardstock that I've cut to 11.5 by 11.5, and I have inked around the edges of it in Flirty Flamingo ink that is by Stampin' Up. And then I have a border piece that I've created in a different color of pink that I've actually inked around in the same Flirty Flamingo ink. And my pink layer is cut at 3.25 by 11.5. And then I have the black layer going down the center that is cut at 2 3/4 by 11.5. And I am going to lay this down with my tape runner, and I just changed my tape in this, so I got to give it a second to catch up. And I'm gonna do a almost center of it on my page. I want it a little more at the top than it is at the bottom, and I've got that lined up as straight as I possibly can there. Well, it may be going downhill a little bit there, so let's redo that. There we go. Now it's got crooked. Now it's nice and straight. And all of these monthly layouts are coming from Scrapping Bug Designs, and they all have a bear with a cake with a bear popping out of it. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. And that's what I'm using. That'll be the image on every one of them, and the cake and bear will be the same every time, but how I cut it will be a little bit different. And on the brown parts of my little bear, I did use the Distress inks that is in Vintage Photo to ink around those, and I did even the white parts on my little bear's eyes. I did put googly eyes on him again as well. This is my little package of oval googly eyes that I got from AC Moore. Now, with the little heart that my bear is holding, I did pop up the bow that I have created on here in foam tape. I did the frosting parts of the cake. I popped it up in foam tape. And then all this row of these cute little hearts I've also popped up on foam tape, and then I've inked around the edges of all of it in that Flirty Flamingo ink from Stampin' Up. Now I am going to lay my little bear down flat, and I did cut my bear all together at this point or as you see it. Oh goodness, I'm a little out of sorts. I've had a lot of family health issues lately, so I've been having them with my mother and my mother-in-law actually since the beginning of December, and the month of January just went insane. We had to get them both into nursing homes and things of that nature, but I believe they may thrive in those environments. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I would really appreciate it. It's one of the reasons I've been missing here on my YouTube channel and not posting as frequently as I'd like to be or had been in the past, is because our mothers have just had a lot of different health issues recently. But let's get back to why I'm here. And that's gonna share the size of my bear popping out of the cake holding his little box of heart candy. He is cut at 6.81 inches wide by 8.59 inches high. He comes from Scrapping Bug Designs. Everything has been cut on my Cricut Maker, and I think he looks so cute. Now my title February actually came with this and was supposed to go down here, but I detached it, cut it separately, and then I've inked around the pink background layer, and I've laid everything down flat with wet glue with the exception of the B, the U, and the Y, and I popped those up on foam tape to give it a little added dimension and definition, and I'm going to pop it right here. And my February title is cut at 7.42 inches by 2.57 inches. And all the measurements that I always give is I give the width first and the height second, so that you all know. And I'm going to pop my February right there. I think it's looking super cute so far. And then I have a 4x6 photo mat with the pink layer being 4x6, the gray layer being 4¼ by 6¼ and then I put a pink ribbon down the side and made a little bow that I actually attached with glue dots. It's completely opened all the way through, so a photo can slip under very easily. And the way that I did that was just use plain old Scotch tape on the back to attach the ribbon, so the photo would slip in very well and very easily without issue. And the Scotch tape never touches your photo, so you don't have to worry about erosion of your photo over time. And I'm going to pop my photo mat right here to put my where I can place my photo. And then I have two different size hearts. Actually, there are 3 different sizes, but I put the small sizes in each of them. The pink layer of this heart is 1 inch, and the black layer is 3/4 of an inch, and then on this one the little pink layer is 1/2 inch, and the black layer is like 0.65 inches, and then this one is the exact same. So I want to lay these down too, and I'm just going to use my ATG gun to pop these down on my page. I'm going to put that one right there. This one here. I'm going to put that one right about there. I've got extra hearts over to the side if I need them or decide that I want them. But so far I'm really liking the left side of my layout. I think it's looking super cute and would be cute just as it is. But let's move this one out of the way. Bring in my next layer that I've done exactly the same way. Sorry, hiccup there. The 12 by 12 pink layer, 11.5 by 11.5 gray layer. And then I have another border that I cut the exact same way, with the pink layer being 3¼ by 11.5 and the black layer being 2 3/4 by 11.5. And then I cut out hearts from it so the pink layers show through. And this one I'm going to, this little border I'm going to lay down flat as well. And obviously I just made this with straight old rectangles. And I'm going to put it right about here and lay it down. And then I have some more little pink hearts that I want to pop in these little cutout hearts, and that is just to give a little more dimension and so forth. So let me get these in line. Let me find my wet glue, because for some reason I've lost it. Found it. Bringing in my crystal katana, and that's just for me to pick up my little hearts, to dab down a little bit of wet glue to pop those into place. Just get those in a little better. And then my next image is another photo mat that I've done the exact same way with the ribbon and a little bow, but these are cut, the pink layer is cut 4.5 by 4.5, the gray layer at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, which will hold a 4 by 4 photo that I'm going to place right there. Then I have another one done the exact same way that I want to place right about there. And I'm going to use my ATG gun to adhere these down. Right there. Lost a little bit of glue at the bottom there, so I'll put a little more on there. And then I'm gonna put this one right about so. Now I have 3 little black hearts that I want to place right down here. And I'm sorry, my little Grim, my little Chihuahua, is standing here beside me, and she has decided to bark. So if she doesn't stop in a second, I promise I will kick her out. I will pause the camera and kick her out. And I'm going to put my little hearts, and I'm going to use all little black hearts to put down. Looking cute so far, don't you think? And my next image is actually a great big black heart, and I've cut this at 3 1/4 inches, and I am going to lay it down flat as well. I'm sorry, anyone that watches me knows that I'm an over adhesive user, and I'm gonna lay that down kind of on an angle right there. And all of these images at this point have come from Scrapping Bug Designs. I just pulled the hearts out and resized them to the sizes that I wanted them to be. And that way they're all the same style of heart, and that's what I wanted. So it's all very cohesive. Now, the only image that didn't come from Scrapping Bug Designs is my 2020. That will go here, which goes with my title, because this is going to be February of 2020. And I'm going to place it right about here. Now, I've cut my 2020 at 3.94 by 5.25. It comes from the Days and Dates Cricut cartridge, which is, and this is actually free in Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue on this to hold it down. It's easier than using my tape runner to go around all the corners. Okay. And I want to put it right there. And you know, I don't think I want to add any of my extra hearts that I've cut. It's always wonderful and a great idea to cut extras of those little pieces, hearts, butterflies, bumblebees, whatever it may be. So I am pleased to always do that, and those are things you can always use on any layout ever. So this is my little 2-page February layout, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to get my camera up higher in the air so I can get everything completely on my desk. These layouts, so I apologize for that. So thanks for watching and spending a little time with me. Cheers.